Om Shanti. 23rd November 2020. Baapdada Murli. In the essence, Baba says, sweet children, become soul conscious and all your illness will end. And you will become the double-crowned masters of the world. Question: which children should sit personally in front of the Father? Answer: those who know how to perform the dance of knowledge. When the children who perform the dance of knowledge are personally in front of the Father, Baba, then speaks such a Murli. If someone sitting in front of Baba looks here and there, Baba understands that that child doesn't understand anything. Baba would then ask the Brahmin teacher, "Whom have you brought here?" He is sitting in front of the Father and yawning. Since you children have found such a Father, you should dance in happiness. Song: the resident of the faraway land has come to the foreign land. Om Shanti. You sweetest children heard the song. You spiritual children understand that it is a spiritual Baba whom you have been remembering as the remover of sorrow and the bestower of happiness, and the mother and father, and to whom you have been calling out, "Come again and give us a great deal of happiness. We are unhappy." The whole world is unhappy because this is the iron-aged old world. There cannot be as much happiness in the old world and the old home as there is in the new world and new home. You children understand that you were the masters of the world. You were the original eternal deities. We are the ones who have taken 84 births. The Father says, "Children, you don't know your own births or for how many births you have been playing your parts." People think that there are 8.4 million rebirths. How many years would each rebirth be for? In terms of 8.4 million births, the world cycle would become very long. You children understand that the Father of you souls has come to teach you. I am the resident of the faraway land. I am not a resident of this place. I have come here to play my part. We remember the Father in the supreme abode. He has now come to this foreign land. It is Shiv who is called Baba. Ravan isn't called Baba. God is called Baba. The Father's praise is distinct. Would anyone praise the 5 vices? Body consciousness is a very severe illness. When we become soul conscious, no illnesses will remain, and we will become the masters of the world. These things are in your intellects. You know that Shiv Baba is teaching us souls. In no other spiritual gathering do they understand that Baba has come to teach them Raj Yoga in order for them to claim a kingdom. Someone who makes others into kings would be a king himself. A surgeon would teach others and make them into surgeons like himself. Acha. Where would someone who makes you double crowned come from to make you double crowned? This is why people have given Krishna a double crown. However, how could Krishna teach? It must definitely have been the Father who came at the confluence and established the kingdom. How the Father comes is not in the intellect of anyone but you. How the Father comes is not in the intellect of anyone but you. The Father comes from the faraway land to teach us Raj Yoga. The Father says, I neither have a crown of light nor one of jewels. He never attains a kingdom. He never becomes double crowned, but he does make others that. The Father says, if I were to become a king, I would also have to become a pauper. The people of Bharat were wealthy and have now become poor. You are becoming double crowned. Therefore, the one who makes you that should also be double crowned, so that you can have yoke with him. Whatever someone is, he makes others similar to himself. Sannyasis try and make others into sannyasis. If you are householders and they are sannyasis, you cannot be their followers. People say, so and so is a follower of Shivanand. However, that sannyasi has shaved his head, but you don't follow him and do the same. So, why do you say that you are a follower? A follower is someone who quickly exchanges his clothes and puts on saffron robes. You live in a household among the vices. So how can you say that you are a follower of Shivanand? A guru's duty is to grant salvation. A guru would never say, remember so and so. In that case, he himself would not be a guru. A method is needed to go to the land of liberation. It has been explained to you children that your home is called the land of liberation and the incorporeal world. Souls are called incorporeal souls. Bodies are made of the 5 elements. Where do souls come from? From the supreme abode, the incorporeal world. There are many souls living there. That is called the sweet silence home. Souls, there are beyond happiness and sorrow. You have to make this very firm. We are resident of the sweet silence home. This is the theater where we have come to play our parts. The sun, the moon, and the stars are lights for this theater. No one can estimate how many miles away this theater is. People go up in aeroplanes, but they are not able to go very far because they are unable to fill them with enough petrol to be able to return. They know that after they have gone so many miles, they would crash if they didn't start their return journey. No one can reach the end of the ocean or the sky. The Father is now giving you in-depth knowledge of Himself. Souls go beyond the element of a sky. A rocket is so big. When you souls become pure, you will begin to fly like a rocket. You are such tiny rockets. You will go beyond the sun and the moon to the incorporeal world. People try to reach the sun and the moon. The distant stars appear to be so tiny, but they are in fact very large. When you fly kites, they seem so tiny in the distance. The Father says, you souls are the fastest. You shed your bodies in a second and enter other wombs. If a soul has karmic accounts in London, that soul will go to London in a second and take birth there. Liberation in life in a second is also remembered. As soon as a child emerges from a womb, he becomes a master. He becomes an heir. You children now know the Father, that is, you have become the masters of the world. The unlimited Father comes and makes you into the masters of the world. When you study at college to become a barrister, you become a barrister. You have come here to become double crowned. If you pass, you will definitely become double crowned. At least, you will definitely go to heaven. You know that the Father always resides up there. When people say, "Oh God, the Father," they look upwards. Since God, the Father, exists, He would definitely have a part to play. He is now playing His part. He is also called the Master of the garden. He comes and changes thorns into flowers. Therefore, you children should be very happy. Baba has come to this foreign land. The resident of the faraway land has come to the foreign land. The Father resides in the faraway land. All souls also reside there. They come here to play their parts. No one knows the meaning of foreign land. Whatever people hear on the path of devotion, they continue to say, "It's true, it's true." The Father explains to you children so well. Because souls are impure, they are unable to fly. No one can return home without becoming pure. Only the one Father is called the purifier. He has to come at the confluence age. You should have so much happiness. Baba is making us double crown. No one can have a status higher than that. The Father says, "I don't become double crown. I only come once. I come into the foreign world in a foreign body." This Dada says, "I am not Shiva. I was called Lekhraj, but when I surrendered to Baba, Baba gave me the name Brahma. He entered this one and said, 'You don't know your own births. There has to be an account of 84 births.' Those people speak of 8.4 million births, but that is totally impossible. It would take hundreds of years to explain the secrets of 8.4 million births. You wouldn't be able to remember that. All the birds and animals and different species are included in 8.4 million species. It is the birth of a human being that is said to be the invaluable birth. Animals would not be able to understand knowledge. The Father comes and teaches you knowledge. He himself says, "I come into the kingdom of Ravan. Maya has turned your intellects to stone. The Father is now making your intellects divine. Your intellects became stone in your stage of descent. The Father is now taking you into the stage of ascent. It is number-wise. Each of you can understand from your own efforts. The main thing is remembrance. When you go to sleep at night, think, 'Baba, I am going to sleep in remembrance of you.' That is, I am now leaving this body and coming to you. Go to sleep while remembering Baba in this way and see how much you enjoy yourself. It's possible you may even have a vision. However, you must not become happy with just visions. 'Baba, I only remember you. I want to come to you.' Then, while remembering the Father, you will go to Him very comfortably. It's possible that you will even go to the subtle region. No one can go to the incorporeal world. It is not yet the time to return home. Yes, When you have a vision of a point, you will also see the tree of tiny souls, just as you have a vision of paradise. However, it isn't that. Because you had a vision of it, you will go to paradise. No, you have to make effort for that. It has been explained to you that you will first go to your sweet home. All souls will be liberated from playing their parts. A soul cannot return home until he becomes pure. Nothing can be achieved by having a vision. Meera had a vision of paradise, but she didn't go there. Paradise only exists in the golden age. You are now making preparations to become the masters of paradise. Baba doesn't allow you to go into trance too much because you have to study. The Father comes and teaches you and grants salvation to everyone. Destruction is standing just ahead. The war is now between devils and deities. They fight among themselves because a new world is needed for you. But your war is with Maya. You are unknown but very well known warriors. However, no one knows why goddesses are remembered so much. You are now making Bharat into heaven with the power of yoga. You have now found the Father. He continues to explain to you. There is victory for the new world through knowledge. Lakshmi and Narayan were the masters of the new world. The world is now old. Destruction of the old world took place earlier through missiles too. There was the Mahabharata war. At the time, the Father taught Raj Yoga. The Father is now teaching you practical Raj Yoga. Only the Father tells you the truth. When the true Baba comes, you constantly dance in happiness. This is the dance of knowledge. Only those who are very interested in performing the dance of knowledge should sit in front of Baba. Those who don't understand anything will continue to yarn. Baba then understands that one doesn't understand anything. When they don't understand knowledge, they continue to look around here and there. Baba would then ask the Brahmin teacher, "Whom have you brought here?" Those who study and teach others should sit in front here. They will continue to experience happiness and also want to dance. This is the dance of knowledge. Krishna neither related knowledge nor performed a dance. This is the Murli of knowledge. The Father has told you, when you go to sleep at night, continue to remember the Father and turn the cycle around in your intellects. Baba, I am now leaving this body and coming to you. Go to sleep while remembering him in this way, and then see what happens. In the early days, they used to have Kabristan, Yog, a graveyard, and they would then go into silence. Some would begin to perform a dance. How can those who don't know the Father remember him? Human beings don't know the Father, so how can they remember him? This is why the Father says, "No one knows who I am or knows me as I am." You have now received so much understanding. You are incognito warriors. Having heard the name warriors, they have portrayed goddesses with a sword and a bow and a row and arrow. You are the warriors who have the power of yoga. You become the masters of the world with the power of yoga. No matter how much someone tries to gain victory over the world with physical power, he is unable to do so. The yoga of Bharat is very well known. Only the Father comes and teaches it. No one knows this. Continue to remember the Father while walking and moving around. Some say that they are unable to have yog. Remove the word yog. Children remember their father, do they not? Shiv Baba says, constantly remember me alone. Only I am the Almighty Authority. By remembering me, you will become Sato Pradhan. When you become Sato Pradhan, there will be the procession of you souls. Just as there is a procession of bees, this is the procession of Shiv Baba. All souls will follow Shiv Baba like a swarm of mosquitoes and all the bodies will be destroyed. Acha. To the sweetest beloved long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Baapdada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children, in return to the spiritual father, says good morning, Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. Essence for Dharana. Point number 1. Before going to sleep at night, have a sweet conversation with Baba. Baba, I am now leaving this body and coming to you. Remember Baba in this way and then go to sleep. Remembrance is the main thing. It is by having remembrance that your intellect will become divine. Point number 2. In order to remain safe from the illness of the 5 vices, make effort to become soul conscious. Become very happy. Perform the dance of knowledge. Don't spread laziness in class. Blessing. May you finish your account of waste with your Trikaladarshi stage and thereby become a constant embodiment of success. May you finish your account of waste with your Trikaladarshi stage and thereby become a constant embodiment of success. To be stable in the Trikaladarshi stage means to check before creating any thought, speaking any word or performing any act as to whether it is wasteful or powerful. 1 second of waste can create a loss of multi-millions, and 1 second of a powerful thought can accumulate an income of multi-millions. 1 second of waste creates a huge loss in your income, due to which even the income you have earned becomes hidden. This is why you must not perform any actions just seeing one aspect of time, but perform every action while being stable in the Trikaladarshi stage. All waste will then finish and you will become an embodiment of constant success. Slogan. The renunciation of respect, honor and facilities is the greatest renunciation. The renunciation of respect, honor and facilities is the greatest renunciation. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.